Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is brought to you by the Friends in Recovery community, a thriving network of individuals who are fighting back against the stigma of addiction. Join our hosts as they speak up about the real issues of addiction, treatment, and recovery. Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is available on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, here are your Friends in Recovery.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Friends in Recovery Podcast. I'm your host, Jersey Ed, along with my two lovely co-hosts, Buckeye Bambi and blah, 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 Beth. Now, did you notice something there, ladies? What I said?
Welcome.
Welcome to, right?
Right.
So there you go. Not welcome
So
back.
now no one's coming back because
that's right. We don't want anybody. We want everybody gone. We want new people. It's going to take.
That guy didn't even say welcome back, and I come every week. And
that's
damn it.
right. That's right. It's going to take us. That's what it took us almost 7 years to build 7 people. So it's going to take us another 7 years to get another 7 people. God. If you guys want to give us a call, it's 800-989-6504 and email us. Let me get this one, Bambi. Email is friendsinrecoverycommunity@gmail.com.
Wow.
Correct? All right.
Congratulations.
And then email each one of us below. And if you want to get a hold of us separately and you want to talk about Beth, you can email me. And if you want to talk about me, you can email Bambi. And if you want to talk about me and Bambi, you just email Beth.
I won't respond.
She won't respond. No, she won't. I would respond, but nobody emails me. So anyways. So how was your week, ladies?
Short.
It's beach weather here, so
It's beach weather. It's short and beach weather.
The ocean
I haven't
is
changed
bathwater
since last
warm.
week.
You what?
I haven't changed my clothes since last week.
I know, me neither. I don't like changing. I like to stay in my same clothes.
I don't like change.
In the same hotel room.
The same hotel room. I'm in the same hotel room too, guys.
It's been in Boston for over a week now.
That's right. I've been locked up in who was the guy that locked himself in the hotel room in Las Vegas? He was the airline. He owned the airlines. He put tin foil on the.
Yeah.
Herbert Hughes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, exactly.
Aviator.
Yeah. I think he owned like American Airlines. Not American. Was it American? He started one of those airlines and he locked himself in a hotel room for, I think he was drinking himself. I think he drank himself.
He was crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Easy.
Yeah. So anyways, but no, I'm not doing that. I'm not locking myself in I've been out. No, I haven't. It's been a week. Help. Somebody help me. I'm stuck in Boston.
Blink once if you need.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's been a long day, guys. So, but before the day starts and before our podcast starts, let's listen to these words.
Are you tired of being called crazy? Have people written you off long ago, but you're still trying to live sober and giving it your best shot? Good news, SoberPod is here to help. The 366 effing days sober daily meditation reader is the book for you. It's not just another self-help book. It was written by a humorous human, if I do say so myself, with a lifetime of experience with addiction and alcoholism who found a way to get and remain sober. In this book, you'll discover feeling good and doing good can go hand in hand. So if you want to make progress, not perfection, grab your copy of 366 effing days sober today and start your own journey. Stay active, stay sober, buy the book, visit soberpod.com.
All right. Welcome back, guys, to the show. See, there's the welcome back, right? That is for all you people are welcoming back. So we just listened to that commercial. Let's listen to what's in that book because Bambi's going to read a page out of that book for us. Because Bambi's the only one I can fucking read on this show. So
Beth is always busy. She does lots of busy work.
Yes. Beth is building a house on the table where her microphone is.
Oh shit! I forgot to put my thing under my microphone. Sorry.
See? She does lots of busy stuff.
There. Now it's quiet.
Now she can build a house.
Now I can build a house quietly.
That's right.
Okay, let me read now. You don't have to do anything if you don't want to. Just say no. No more overtime or doing things that you don't want to do for others. You have the right to say no at any time, and you don't have to feel guilty about it. You get one time around on this ride, and that's it. You don't need to be wasting your fucking time trying to please others. Don't forget, though, that you must participate. You must find your place and be satisfied with that position. What is it that you are supposed to do? Find that thing and do that with all of your heart. It's never too late to begin that journey. We have seen it done 1,000 times. No matter how old you are, there is room for you too. And the reflection, what are you here to do? And the daily challenge, practice it today. Say no to someone.
I like that reflection. What are you here to do? Right? Like what's your purpose?
What's your why? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people walk around on this, are sober, not in recovery, drunk, high, whatever, not knowing what they're here for, right? I mean,
that's so sad.
It is. It's very, very sad. But people sometimes don't know why. They're just existing. Like, I'm sure we all know somebody that's existing, right? And it's just so heart-wrenching to watch somebody go through that. And it says right here, it says, hold on. I love this part. You get one time around on this ride, and that is it, right? That's it. Like, people, like, thank God. I thank God every day that I am sober, guys, because I would have wasted. I'm 58 years old already, and I got sober at 28. And I would have wasted all those years drinking, sitting at a bar, spending money. I don't know where it would have took me. I have no idea. But, today I can honestly say I accomplished things, right? And there's more things I want to accomplish. But sitting, drinking, and wasting my life away. And even there's depression, there's mental health, there's all kinds of things that people don't get help for. And, they just keep wasting their life. But it's never too late. Like it says here, you're never too old, right? So if you're listening to this, if you're drinking, or if you're just stuck in a rut in life, or you're trying to move on, it is never too late. I don't care if you're 65 or 165. It's not too late. And the most important part of that, I think that reading is, and I'll shut up after this. It says, don't forget though, that you must participate. That's the important part of that reading. You must participate, right? Not exist, right? And you must understand like what you're supposed to do. Find that thing and do it with all your heart. And I think we talked on the last podcast about love and kindness and all that stuff. And you can start right there. Be kind to somebody. Be kind to, the person at the store or your kid that walks in the door and say hello. I don't know. I think this is a really, really powerful reading for the human race, not just us as addicts and alcoholics, the human race. And that's June 16th in the 366 effing days sober. If you guys want to read that. But Beth, what are you here to do? Like, why are you? What's your why? I know we go over this a lot in this show, but there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of people out here that don't know their why, right?
I think, honestly, I think you're right. I think it's really sad when people don't know their why. I think my why has shifted over the years. I think my why now, like my purpose in life, is to help other people shift their perspective and to shift their, willingness to get out there and start shit, go make a mess. I really believe that that's my purpose in people's lives. I say shit to people all the time and they're like, I never thought of it like that. And it's like, well, I mean, I don't really know what the box is, but that's how much I think outside of the box. So it's like, And I feel like that's my why. And that's why I have to leave the house sometimes to talk to people. Cause like, how am I supposed to be a part of that shift if I'm home sewing or building a house? You know,
building a house on a table with your microphone as we're recording the fucking show. Anyways, I like what you said. Go make a mess. I mean, guys, listen to that. Go make a mess. You know why? Because you can clean it up. Because you can build off of it. You can learn from it. Because if you don't do anything, if you don't make a mess, if you don't try something and fail, you'll never know, and you're never going to learn from it. So go make a mess. I love that. I love that you just said that. You know, that's you know, I'm going to go make a mess. And I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to learn from it, right?
We have the tools.
Yeah.
Right? We know what it's like to screw up and then backtrack a little bit, make it right, and then keep moving forward. So why not go out and make a shit ton of mistakes?
That's it.
And that's the only way to become good at something.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you don't take that step, or if you don't do that, like you were saying, there's no movement. There's no nothing. You can't fix something you don't do.
Yep.
Right? You can't make something better that you're not trying. You can't move the needle without, you know, kind of getting out there. Like you said, get out the door. Let me out the door and let me see what this world is going to bring me, you know, and how can I help someone clean up their mess? Right? Because we were given a talent. Each single one of us on this podcast, and everybody listening to this podcast, was given a talent. And that's individually to help other people in this world. Think about it, right? To help other people in this world. And I'm not going to go over everybody's talents here, but each one of us on this show has a specific talent to help specific people. And if we don't use it, we're really fucking a lot of people in this world, you know? And I know each one of us on this podcast definitely uses their talents to the best of our abilities. So that I appreciate, you know. Bambi, what's your why are you here? What are you here to do?
What's my purpose?
Purpose,
like Beth said, you know, my purpose has changed, but it's so funny because I thought I had everything figured out in my life and that my purpose was just perfect in life, right? And it was so self-serving. But until I became a freaking alcoholic and then got sober and started working this program, I had no idea how self-serving and selfish and that my entire purpose was. And I mean, I know that sounds like all Pollyanna-y and stuff like that, but you know, when you really, I don't know, when you find your higher power and you decide that you have to do God's will and not your will, and he directs what you're supposed to do, all that self-serving shit kind of goes out the window. And you know, and my purpose has been different. And like you said, like, you know, when I first got in, I just wanted to stay sober. I just freaking wanted to stay sober. That's all, you know? And then I wanted to have that laugh like my sponsor has, you know, that deep belly laugh. I wanted that happiness, that I wanted that as a purpose. I just wanted to feel that. And then when you get that joy and stuff, you have to just give it to others. You have to. You know, so, I mean, so your purpose just, like I say, I thought I had my purpose all figured out until I really figured out my purpose is to do God's will, you know, for me. And whatever that path leads me in that direction, which is different all the time, but it's to be a good person. And even though, hell, I thought I was a good person, except for the years I was drinking, and that kind of went out the, you know, in the toilet, but you know, wasn't no good going on there, but you know, but overall, and then it's just like your whole purpose is different, you know, you want different things in life, the things make you, you know, we talked a lot about love and stuff last time, and the love that you feel is just different when you're doing it based on what, you know, for me, my higher power wants me to do. It's just different. I know that, again, that sounds a little over the top, but it's true for me.
Well, you said do God's will, right? That's what we're here for. And that's, you know, when we go make a mess, that's doing God's will. When we go help somebody clean it up, that's God's will. But when we sit and not do anything and not understand what our purpose is, that's not God's will. Like there's a will for each one of us, right? Each human being, everybody who's listening to this podcast, everybody out there, there's a will for each one of us. And if we don't go out there and understand it, and it's not going to be written on a piece of paper, you're not going to find it on one page in a book, and you're going to, know your will. You have to understand, for me anyways, I have to understand what that's going to be, and it could look different every single day, right? I agree with Beth. I know, and you too, Bambi, that my things change. From it could change from year to year, week to week. My purpose changes, but it's still, I think, to do God's will, right? That's what I understand a little bit more. And whatever the will is, it's not mine, right? I have to get out there and just kind of do that. Like, we're going to church a lot more, and we're part of that church community, and we're doing different things, in our lives. Maybe when I was drinking, I had no will to do anything. There was no, I wasn't even making messes when I was out there, right?
Yeah.
I was making messes that nobody wanted to clean up unless you paid a fucking lawyer to clean it up. And that is not somebody that wants to clean something up because they love you. That is somebody doing a service for you because you paid them fucking money. That is what that is. Today, it's a lot different. We're going to go make a mess, and we're going to, I'm going to, do God's will, but if you think about this, everything had to happen exactly the way it happened for each and every one of us to be sitting here, right? If that's the lawyers, if that's the, the doctors or the surgeons or whatever car accidents we were in, whatever we did to our bodies and everything. So, but that's exactly how, and thank God we understand that today. Thank God we can do that will, and we know that, like Beth, I love it. Go make a mess. I just love that,
And I think to speak to what you were saying about like how much of a mess we made when we were drinking, we didn't have the tools to clean it up.
No.
Right.
We were living in a constant delusional lie, a consistent delusional lie that was telling us that we weren't doing anything wrong. So it's like now when we go out there, we make a mess because we're not the center of the universe, because we have the power of God behind us, because we have the foresight to see how our actions affect others. Mm-hmm. We can go out there and do things and actually accomplish something instead of just running in circles.
Yeah. But Beth, even think about this. Even when we were out there using and drinking, the mess that we made, we never cleaned it up. Family members did, right? Friends did, loved ones did. And that's not fair. And that's not living a life either.
Right.
That's not a mess they want to clean up, right? That's, maybe a breakup, a marriage, or maybe a loss of a business or a loss of a job. That is a mess you want to help somebody with. Yeah. Right? That's somebody you want to get deep into the mud with and tell them that you love them and everything's going to be okay. You just have to go through all this stuff.
Yeah.
When we tell that to an addict and alcoholic, the loved ones say that. How many times did somebody say, I just want you to get better, right? Yeah. Fuck that, I want to get better. I'm going to go fucking drink. Yeah, I'll listen to your bullshit. Now, how much money are you going to fucking give me to get the fuck out of here and go to see the cocaine man, right? Now it's unconditional. Cleaning up somebody's mess is unconditional today. It's unconditional. It's doing God's will. I think those two things just came out of the blue and just kind of blowing my mind, like in this conversation. So, and that's it. And the practice saying no, right? That was the other thing that he said in the daily challenge is that is the mess that we don't want to clean up. That is the person that's actively using. That's the person that doesn't live a program. I don't want to clean your mess up today. I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to do it today. Right? No, I'm not going to, and that's a lot of that comes along, and selfish people, right? Selfish people that, they may or may not be in recovery, but there are times when we have to take care of ourselves, and that's God's will too, saying no. Yeah. No, because here's the thing: I'm going to try to clean up your mess, and then I'm going to be a fucking mess. I'm going to be a total mess because now I'm taking on your energy. I'm taking on whatever the crap you put in front of me. Now I have to deal with that, and all my loved ones have to deal with that, right? And now they have to clean up so it's a rippling effect. It's that, like I always say, drop the pebble in the water, and it's nonstop. And today when we're there for somebody, it gets cleaned up rather quickly, and life gets better for everybody, instead of,
I think too,
always
a lot of
catering to our needs.
I think a lot of people get told that you can't say no in AA. And it's like, I did not get sober to carry the weight and be a martyr in AA. If I'm an agent of God, which is what I think I am, right from the book, he is the principal, we're the agent. I'm an agent of God. I'm supposed to be out there doing things in this world to create change, to create a life that I crave. And yes, we all have to be of service. There are musts in the big book that we have to attend to in order to stay spiritually fit. But I say no to things that are going to drag me away from my purpose for God.
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have to be a doormat.
Yeah.
You don't have to do everything, and I always, Beth, you said it one time a long time ago, and I've repeated it so many times. I didn't get sober to live in AA.
No,
she said true. That, and I say it so often now, because there was a time I needed all the meetings that I could get, and,
absolutely.
And then slowly it's like, well, I go to the ones I need, or the ones where I'm helping someone else, or, but I don't feel the need now to go to all of them because I have a life,
And your purpose changed, right?
And
right. Your purpose changes and change from when you got sober to what today is, and today versus a year from now or 6 months from now. But Beth, to what you're saying again, it's Carl said this in his book. Don't forget though that you must participate. You must participate, right? And that doesn't mean you can forget about AA or your 12-step program or whatever and just say, fuck you all, I got what I want and see you later, right? You must find your place and be satisfied with that position, right? And that when you're satisfied with that position, you must grow, you must help others, you must be you must have service, you must do God's will. You're going to make a mess, you're going to clean it up. That's what that means. That doesn't mean say, see you later. I got what I wanted from you people, and that's it.
I'm out of here.
But at the beginning, again, we have to look at each stage in our life, where we're at, what we're doing. And there's sometimes we have to go back to AA and go to meeting after meeting after meeting. Let's take, COVID, for example. I mean, how many people went back to meetings and went on Zoom and needed a meeting day after day after day because they were afraid to walk out the door, and they were afraid to, you had to wear a mask, and, older people were dropping dead and younger people were dropping dead. I needed meetings. I went to a meeting. That's how this formed. That's how all this started because of that, because, the Friends of Recovery community started because of that, and it's going strong, and it's, we have to constantly keep monitoring ourselves, right? Because God's will isn't, okay, this is it, here you go, and here's your papers and see you later. Constantly changes, constantly. If the church needs somebody to help them, whatever, or if, your kids need help with, money or just a lending ear or whatever that is, that's the will, your will, not mine, be done.
Right.
Right.
And Carl says it, you have to participate.
Yeah.
You can't just, be out there whistling in the wind, hoping something good happens.
No. It's not going to happen. I can tell you that, right? If you're not doing anything good isn't going to come back to you.
Right.
And it's not karma. It's not any of that. It's the people you attract. Like if you're going to do shitty things, you're going to get shitty people in your life.
Yep.
Right. That just happens, because I know when I'm doing good things, I don't want to be around people who are doing shitty things. I don't need to do that. And it's amazing the people that you attract when you're doing those good things. When you're doing those God wills, or thy will, not mine, be done, So when you start taking back your will, I mean, we've seen it 1,000 times in these rooms when people take back their will. The ultimate is they fucking drink or they use drugs and then they die.
Yep.
That's the ultimate, when you take back your will.
And they
don't die. Yeah.
They just disappear into the abyss, and it's just like, that sucks.
And they're miserable for the rest of their lives.
They're just miserable.
They're making their family members miserable and everybody around them, because everybody's trying to help them. Everybody's trying to clean up the mess. It brings us back what we were talking about, cleaning up the mess again. That mess I'm not willing to clean up today. It's your mess, clean it up. If you want help, come ask for it. Then we'll figure out how to clean up that mess. But until you're ready, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm sorry. And that's it. That's kind of what they were. I think these 2 readings in the last 2 weeks have a lot of commonality back and forth. Yeah. Sometimes like the last week's reading, sometimes you disappear out of somebody's life, right? Or sometimes people disappear out of your lives because, there's a reason why. You don't need that energy in your life. You don't need that whatever it is in your life. And Beth, I know you've been around for a long time, and I know you sponsor a lot of people. How many people have you seen just come, you sponsor, and then they never call you again after a while, right? Seriously.
Oh my God, go chasing them. I actually had a girl to completely ghost me not that long ago. During COVID, she ghosted me, and then I started going to this Monday night meeting with my sponsor, and she's there.
Oh my God. Hey, listen, if it's not a good fit or whatever, just say, listen, Beth or Ed or Bambi, it's just not going to work. I'm going to work with somebody else, which is cool. Just don't kind of drop off,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my thoughts on all that. Again, that's people who are either young in a program or maybe are not working a good program.
Yep.
Just not ready.
It's just, or not ready or,
And I saw her and I just totally was like, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. It's no skin off my nose what people do. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. Well, guys, just remember what it says in the book. It's never too late to begin the journey, right?
Yep.
We have seen it done 1,000 times. No matter how old you are, there is room for you too. That is so important, guys. So just because you're listening to this and you might be that person we're talking about, that's okay. There is room for you here. It's a journey. Like we're going to fuck up. We're going to mess things up. We're going to eat crow. We're going to fall on our faces, but we're going to get back up and we're going to make it better. Right. We're going to help ourselves so we can help others, and once we start helping ourselves and people see that, that's when they want to reach out to you and say, hey, Bambi, can you help? Bambi, you probably have 5 or 6 sponsees, right? They didn't reach out. 4. Okay.
I have 4.
Yeah, okay. But they didn't reach out to you because they liked your hair, right?
Maybe.
Well, you never know.
No.
No, because they like what you have and they want it. That's why I got my sponsor.
My sponsor, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. There's no other reason why. If you think about it, if there is another fucking reason why, you better get with the fucking program and figure out what you're doing. Seriously. So, anyways,
that was funny.
I think that was a good reading. Again, that's June 16th and 366 effing days sober. Ladies, I think we beat that subject to death. I think we could go on and on and on about it, but I think we made some good points about it. Any closing words before we close the show?
Just remember that it is never too late.
Never too late, guys.
To change your purpose, to find a new purpose, and to
get out there,
get into life.
Do God's will, right? Do God's will. Absolutely.
Do anything. Just do something.
Do something. Beth, what is it? Blink twice and you'll come get me? Is that what it is? All right, guys. Stay sober, everybody.
This concludes this episode of Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast. Follow us on Facebook for past shows and updates, and enjoy free access to twice daily support meetings. Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is available on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.